What I think is special and unique about Austin Brighton is the way that the community rallies around one another, people support each other. I was the executive director of the Presentation School Foundation, the ABCD program manager at the time. She and I really did a lot of work together, establishing some programming and a larger project that we worked on that continues to go today, the Farmers Market. The Oak Square Farmers Market, it's unique in its design because we decided that we wanted to have a market where all people could access produce, healthy food, gain information on services within the community. We made sure that all of our vendors accepted WIC so that people who were on Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program could get their healthy foods. The area is considered a food desert. There are no grocery stores or markets within a 1 mile radius. So we felt like it was important today, looking at the market now, it's really come so far in such a long way.
I grew up in a little town called Rhoderfield, West Virginia.
I grew up in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
We met online on a program called TAG, where you just met friends and talked to each other and got to know each other.
We'll be married 8 years, August the 20th. We generally show up to help for the food pantry in ABCD.
When a client comes in, we go back in the back. Either they bring their bags or we have bags there for them. And we fill up the bags with meats, canned goods, fruits and vegetables, fresh vegetables if they're available.
When you bring up the client their bag of food, they're going to smile. I always offer, especially senior clients, I offer to take it to their car, and I've even transported the client home with the food. Rounding the Bases is a 501c3 nonprofit. I first formed Rounding the Bases to deal with people recovering from addiction. When we moved to Boston, we didn't really paint ourselves into a corner saying we only do one thing, because each person has a specific need and their need is the most important to them.
Some days we're tired, but we still keep on going. When you make a promise to someone, you should be willing to keep it.
We don't do it for the recognition, but it's good that somebody does say, hey, good job. It makes you feel good.
I currently reside in Mattapan, but I spend most of my time in the Uplands Corner community. One of my great passions is Take the Test Boston. It was an initiative that was started by ABCD that tested the Boston community at large of HIV and STD in non-traditional sites, in a barbershop, when you're getting off the train, getting people tested in maybe places that they feel more comfortable. My work with Take the Test, I brought a lot of things to the table that wasn't the norm. Getting influencers in the community, they were able to put a word out there that practicing safe sex is cool. Beyond Take the Test, I've been working with the Fairmount Innovation Lab for some time. It's a space for entrepreneurs and artists like myself that may just need a push. A year and a half ago, the woman that started this amazing space, she passed away. From that day on, my passion is to make sure that we sustain this space. You hear a lot of stories on the news about our community, but there's so many greater things that are going on. And I just take passion in giving folks an opportunity to tell their story.
I grew up in Columbia Point, now it's known as Harbor Point. Project Care and Concerns is the mission of helping others. I got involved with them back in 2008. It's just a key thing that I like to do. We do food pantry for those in time of need. Then you have the gift shop. Then we also help them to other programs as well. During the week, I volunteer Monday through Thursday, bring in donations. I go and prepare the food pantry, and then we sort out clothes, hang up clothes. Those that come in, we help them out with stuff that they're looking for. It's fulfilling. When we're giving out the food and the clothes to them, they're excited, they're happy. To me, it's an honor. It's fulfilling to help those and see the smile on their face when they get it.
I'm the Director for Community Services for Melrose Wakefield Healthcare. Really, my role is to oversee the community benefits of a nonprofit health system. I'm responsible for 8 departments, about 50 employees, and our mission is to really serve the community in the best way possible, identifying gaps and doing a lot of partnership and collaboration work, just what I do with ABCD. The mobile market was something the Greater Boston Food Bank came to us and said that the numbers of food insecure individuals in Malden, Medford, and Everett were significantly high. At the time, was about 16,000 people were considered food insecure. We serve about 500 families routinely every single month. It is very much a place where you cannot do this work if you didn't have good people standing beside you. And I think for me, when I look at the numbers of people served every year, it's staggering because you're serving one at a time and you don't realize that those numbers add up. Someday I won't be here, but people have asked me, would the market continue? And it would, because all the other people that are involved would make sure that the work continues to happen. So it's about building something going forward. Not a bad way to end your day, right?
I grew up in the North End of Boston. I now live in the West End of Boston. The Church on the Hill was founded by Emanuel Swedenborg, and its mission is really to be of service to others and be able to help people. And this is what we do at the church. Most of my time was volunteer work. On Tuesday, I make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, which when I get through at 4 o'clock, I go down to the Common and distribute the sandwiches to people in need, people with low income, some people that are homeless. It just is a good feeling to be able to do that, to feed people that are hungry. Also, when I first heard about ABCD and the West End food pantry that they had, we wanted to be able to help. Bought about $500 worth of groceries and stocked the pantry really, really well, and saw to it that it remained that way with the funding that we were able to give. There are a lot of people that are in need in the West End that are in need of food services. Even though it's Beacon Hill, there are people of very low income. I hope to continue on and on, as long as a good lot allows me to do that.
I live in South Boston. I've lived in public housing basically my entire life. When I was younger, my mother and her twin sister were on the tenant task force in Orient Heights development. And I remember I was 5, 6 years old, passing out the free breakfasts and the free lunches to the kids. It just felt really good. I love to cook. I cook every day. If I know somebody's hungry, feed them. I started making food and jarring it up in mason jars, passing it out within the community. And it just became this big thing. They all wanted my soups and my beef stew and my pasta sauce. And I helped a few people with some back-to-school items. I do give out a lot of referrals and resources. ABCD is the first one I always refer them to. Sometimes I get angry because people are hungry, and it shouldn't be like that. We live in Boston, Massachusetts. We shouldn't be hungry. Families shouldn't be hungry. It hurts, man, it hurts. How can it not hurt your heart? It hurts. I'm doing what I can to feed people. Every little extra thing counts.
I was born in Hong Kong and raised in California. At the ABCD South End Food Pantry, we try to provide a nutritious supplement to our clients. Protein, fresh fruit and vegetables, whole grains, and rice. These days, I'm at the front desk because of my language abilities. Quite a few of our clients speak Cantonese. They might have other services that they're interested in learning more about, and it's hard for them to communicate that. When I'm there, almost every time I get someone saying, "Oh, thank goodness, there's a Chinese speaker here now." What I'm getting out of this is just as much, if not more, than what I'm giving. What we are doing, matters, and you are in fact helping others get back on their feet. That's really worth it.